So, welcome back, everyone. This is the Crystal Tomb. I am kcStranger. I'm joined here by my fantastic, wonderful players who I will remember forever and always. Um, as well as Elco, who is
I
newly a player this session. So, he will be the new Jato. We will eagerly await the first time we ever see his face. For now, we got some wonderful Phoenix Wright art. All right.
Also, I feel like Casey just definitely gave us the Telltale games. These are my players. Casey will remember this.
Hmm.
The real question is who controls Elco when he's not here.
The circle must be amended.
Yeah, we'll have to work that out. So, last time, the party narrowly won the fight against Lady Visaya and the Yuan Ti when the goddess Dravosa, the one behind the mask, if you will, of Seth, who is the god worshipped by the Yuan Ti, when Dravosa lifted the enchantment of the Crown of Allure from Fallon's mind. Fallon quickly recovered his belongings, along with a scroll marking him as one of the king's, the son of one of the king's knights, before the party made good their retreat. And this is, of course, the king of just the human territory of Anandri. The party sneaked away and decided to head south, back towards the Tower of Innis. Along the way, they happened across what appeared to be an abandoned goblin camp, and they made the questionable decision to walk through it. At first, this decision went well. They found loot, including gold, a healing potion, and a rather intimidating-looking mace. So the mace of wait, what's it called? You got a name for it.
I named it the Mace of Spades.
Right. My brain was thinking there should be a pun on the word spades, but the pun is on the word mace. Got there. So yeah, they found all that shit. But then they felt a twisting sensation similar to what they'd felt before, but without the usual sickness. Instead, there was only the odd awareness that the world had flipped sideways and inside out. That they walked in a pale world, perpendicular to their normal existence. The goblin camp was gone, and instead there was a ruin overrun with dark green vines bearing purple flowers. Surrounding the party were the rotting hulks of zombified goblins. And I forgot to mention this last time, but that clear stone that Kane has been carrying around also got really heavy, so Kane is encumbered now, if he comes back. A faint smoke arose from the bodies of the party, and ichor drained from the zombie goblins. And it all pooled in the center of the camp. And then they heard a voice in their minds. See what lies beneath. And that's where we pick up. There's silence for a long time. You lose all sense of up and down and feel adrift in space. Then a dim blue light fades in, illuminating the scene. You and your companions stand inside a walled garden. Through gaps in the shrubs and trees scattered about you, you can see distantly a massively tall fence of black iron. Wrapping the bars of the fence are, once again, tendrils of dark vines bearing purple flowers. You stand in a small cobblestone courtyard at the center of the garden. At the very center is a gray fountain, a tangle of odd geometric forms down which water coruscates silently into an oval basin. Closer to you is a spare stone bench with no back, and on it lies unconscious a cat, or rather a cat-like man, with light brown fur, fine clothes, a pair of glasses sitting slightly askew. In front of the fountain is... Your mind grasps for a word. The head looks like a spider's, but with beady black eyes scattered about seemingly at random, and a mass of small yellow appendages in place of fangs. The body tapers back from the head, coming in and then flaring out again before finally tapering to a point. The body is dominantly black, but yellow streaks run down it, and on them are holes, maybe 3 inches in diameter, for breathing. A dozen black and purple limbs splay off the torso, appearing to terminate at the ground in hook-like claws. Then, from the shadows all around you, you see the corpses of goblins lumbering towards you from the shadows, tentacles reaching from their mouths, spines protruding from their backs, and slime glistening on their bodies. The thing looks at you, its eyes blinking independently with no perceivable pattern. And then it speaks. Now, before you become too... that is not the voice. Now, before you become too frightened, let me assure you, I'm here to help you. I'm not of your world, and well, it gestures vaguely to the zombies. You can see that your world doesn't take to me very well. I imagine that your minds must recoil at the sight and sound of me. Nevertheless, I believe that if you will hear me out, we may find a way to understand each other. The creature's eyes shift towards Halal. You, I believe, carry a journal with you, yes? A dusty, tattered thing. Do fetch it, if you will.
What is talking? Is it like a spider thing?
Yep,
Okay.
that thing
sorry.
that I described.
Well, there's also a cat man. Sorry.
Yeah, the cat man appears to be unconscious at the moment.
Yeah, I'll fish out the journal.
Do you just hold it? Do you flip it open?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of hold it in my hand, sort of in front of me, not knowing what to do with it.
Okay. The thing looks up at you and says, take a look, if you will.
All right, open it.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to Clean at this point and be like, should we be listening to this weird spider creature thing?
Fallon leans over to Alistar and says, I don't see any webs, but don't get any funny ideas.
So, hello, you open the journal. This is the one that was first given to you in Rampart. I'm trying to remember her name now. It's been a little while.
Was this the one we found in the library?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what's her face beginning with E.
Fiona Ember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got it from the librarian. And when you first found it, it was empty. Then you went underground and some stuff happened. And then you realized that there was writing inside. But the writing was, I think you managed to identify it was in deep speech, so you couldn't read it. But now, as you leaf through it, you find that it's actually, let me think actually, what is it written in? Yeah, you find that it's actually written in Common at this point, and you can read it easily. You sort of flip through just very quickly. The first about 3/4 of the journal seem to describe the construction of some sort of ritual site. Go ahead and give me... what is this actually going to be? I'm going to call it Arcana. Okay. You actually, just from your brief reading, recognize that this describes, and this is again going to test everybody's memory, but when you were in the ruined city underground, there was all the stuff with what Kane likes to call the Qui-Gons. But before that, you went in between some towers. You had a fight with a roper, which was a creature that was disguised as a stalagmite. And in the middle of all that, there was some sort of like altar thing. And the towers themselves had all sorts of carvings around the outside. And this description that you read actually reminds you a lot of that. As you get towards the last quarter of the journal, you read a description of a series of magical rituals. And your eyes just sort of settle on the titles. There are 4 of them. One is called A Ritual to Nullify a Being. Next one is called A Ritual to Amend the Past. A Ritual to Deny Decay. And a Ritual to Redefine Nature. And you sort of make that slightly confused look as you finish leafing through the journal. And that's when the creature speaks again. I'm given to understand that you carry with you some rather troublesome magical artifacts. If you will, I shall assist you in destroying them.
What are you?
A fair question. You found the poem on the walls beneath your world, yes? Your land, if you will.
Yes, we did.
And in case anyone wants to remember what the creepy poem said, here's
I think I have it written down.
Well, there's the entire creepy poem that you guys found a very long time ago.
But you said they were talking in deep speech?
The poem you translated, it was an undercommon.
Yeah. That's why I was confused.
Oh, no. This entire conversation is happening. It impresses you as if it's happening in common. So you can all understand all of this. By the way, hi, Kane. Do you need a quick rundown on what's going on? Thumbs up if you do, thumbs down if no.
You got push to talk? You got your push to talk on?
Okay, cool. So the creature says, there is the world you know, the world of things that are. And then there is the world of things that could not be. Think of it this way. Whenever a child is born, there were many children who could have been born, yes, but were not. If not for the sacrifices of those ones, the child that is would not exist. I and my brethren are the ones who were not. But there is something unfair about all this, isn't there?
Fallon says, but here you are.
I've been working very hard.
You got a name?
The closest that your speech might come to it is beneath.
Okay, Bennett. It's kind of like Kenneth, but
I mean, we could just call him Ben, I guess.
I like the idea of Bennett. Like Kenneth.
True frequency Bennett. Beneath, I guess, no offense intended to you and your other non-existent brothers or sisters, but why should we trust you, who's appeared to us in this of all places, in the form you've chosen, to destroy these artifacts for us?
A fair question. The first answer is, well, I did choose to show you this, my actual form, and not try to disguise myself, which seems disingenuous. Secondly, I believe that I am in fact the only one who can accomplish the errand you are after. Destroying them would require some cooperation on your part, so if you won't have it, that's fine. But I thought I'd offer.
So you can change the way you look.
To be honest, I've never really tried, and I don't want to, but given the tenuousness of my existence, perhaps.
You ever seen a fella in a big robe, lots of tentacles, kind of a jackass?
Perhaps.
Any more detail you can?
Would it help if I said yes?
Yeah, tell me. What do you know about him?
He is like me.
You guys on the same page, or go in
We
separate directions? What's
operate independently.
Yeah,
We
I don't
have
really
similar
like-
goals, we go about it differently.
Ah, crap. Guys, this is starting to sound a little bad.
I'm still confused why you think you can do what the gods, the dragons, and the Fey Queens have told us they cannot do.
The thing takes one of its arms and sort of gestures with it. Sort of an awkward, too slow to be a twitch, but it reminds you of that. But gestures towards Colleen and says, "That is an interesting necklace you have." Our magic is like that, but opposite, if you will. Your world does not have the equivalent. Therefore, it cannot destroy items that are fundamental to the nature of your world.
Yeah, I know I said they'd want to get a quick rundown of what the heck is happening right now.
You guys are in what appears to be a walled garden, talking to this weird thing and surrounded by zombie goblins. At a
And there's a
distance-
sleeping cat man.
Yes, that's right. There's
Cat
also,
Stevens.
There's an unconscious cat man on a bench in between you and the thing, and there's like a weird fountain-looking thing behind the thing.
Has anyone jabbed
Yes.
Catman in the side?
No, but he's like between you and the thing, so where you guys are currently standing is probably about like 5 to 10 feet away from Catman, and then it's another 5 to 10 feet to the thing, which is pretty big. Not ancient dragon big, but maybe about 10 feet tall and maybe about 12 or so feet wide.
Also, this thing named Benny, as we're calling him, is offering to destroy the crown and the scepter for us.
So Ben, sounds like you want to do kind of the same thing as that other guy. That was a jerk. And he tried to hurt some people I liked. Why would we want you to have things go your way?
Common interests. And you feel more than see a shrug. Look, if you don't feel like it, then we can always move on from this conversation.
Does the moving on involve the zombie goblinoids?
As I said, your world does not appreciate my existence very much. Luckily, you seem to be special.
I say, who's your friend there?
The cat?
I didn't mean the goblins.
One who reached out to me when he didn't quite understand what he was doing.
I have since tossed a pebble like at this cat's head.
Okay. Just for accuracy, give me an attack roll. So just 1d20 plus dex plus proficiency. I'll give you proficiency in throwing rocks. Okay, yeah, you plink it against his forehead, and he actually rouses slightly. For the record, Elco, wait just a sec. Gotta establish something quickly.
How many? You don't remember the number of words in a message stone sending?
25.
It's
Oh, it's
144
25.
characters.
25.
What? Oh, okay. Actually, this doesn't seem to unreal. I have it 26. Fuck. I was looking at characters and I was like 25. Is it?
That's funny.
We should just have a 140 character limit.
Elco, did you see my whisper?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know how to. I didn't know how to send responses back,
Oh, it's
so I sent it on Slack.
Oh, I see. It's just /W name and then recipient.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yep, I see your message. All right. So Specs, the rock, which is in fact his. So it's a nickname, but it's what we're rolling with. So the rock clinks against your forehead, and actually hard enough that you awake with sort of a dull pain in your forehead. You open your eyes and see the creature that you saw before. On one side, you sort of lull your head to the other side. You see a young blue man who... Actually, give me an Arcana check. I'll give you advantage on this.
Okay. Get my sheet open. I forgot to open it during the prep. You said
Yeah, no problem.
advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, actually, that's... it was a... actually, 9. Yeah, you see that he's blue, you think that maybe he has the blood of some other plane in him, perhaps, but you're not certain. You see a large human who appears to have a black wolf companion. He's sort of wearing leather armor. You can see an axe and a crossbow strapped across his back and side. You see another human wearing some sort of cloak. Appears to be some kind of spellcaster. A young foreign elf, a female elf. I am going in order across the bottom, by the way. Again, appears to be a wizard or something like that. And then finally, you see a final elf, not wearing armor of any kind, is very clearly has lots of lean muscle on him. But yeah, you see all of these people.
So I know that the ritual worked, right?
It
know where I
did
am.
something because you are, you got taken somewhere else. If you remember the bit I sent you, you briefly talked with
Yeah.
this thing before
Yeah.
you fell unconscious. So something that you did worked.
So this is an Angrun. I've heard rumors of this place.
Cat rumors.
Good for you.
At this point, Casey, I'm going to reach for my message stone to Lana.
Yep.
And I have a message I would like to send.
Okay.
And I will copy and paste it into the chat for you. It's exactly 25 words.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20.
7.
All right. That's just because being on a different plane, it has a chance to fail. So you send the message off. I'm just going to go ahead and narrate this now, even though it'd be unfolding over the next few minutes.
Sure.
You wait, and you don't hear... Or actually, wait a minute. Let me... Yeah, you wait, and you don't hear anything for a while. And then you realize... Lana gave you a message this morning, so she can't use her stone again.
Okay, I didn't know if it was this morning or last night. Gotcha.
Yep, it was both,
Okay.
actually.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have them both written down. Thank you. All right, well, I guess quick reply warranted is a really mean thing to send. Okay.
Does the cat person seem at all perturbed by this giant, like, fucking nope of a spider looking thing?
Specs?
Yeah.
I am not. It actually intrigues me.
I'm a whisper to Fallon. I don't trust that cat person.
Are the rest of us aware of cat-like people?
Go ahead and give me, what is this going to be, history? Anyone who wants to?
Oh boy, I'll do history.
Here comes Kane's nat 20. Calling it now.
I love it.
It's every
Kane
single
is
time.
smartest man.
Every single time. I have
Every
+7 to
single
history.
time. I got a 5. Oh.
Okay, so Kane and Fallon, both of
The
you...
dumbest ones here.
Both of you remember creatures called tabaxi. And I mean, that's basically what they are. They're cat people. There are old stories of some of them who lived on the Isles in Einongrun, and then of their migration into the jungle there, actually. Fallon, that's about all you know. Kane, you've actually just, in researching your own heritage, you've read a lot about just different races. You do also remember that tabaxi are classically curious. A lot of them are travelers. They tend to have an insatiable desire to learn about the world, to find shiny things, you know, that sort of thing.
You see my tail, like my weakness is my tail gives away what I'm thinking, so you know that I'm happy or I'm intrigued.
Does it form a question mark when you're questioning things?
Fallon, I don't trust this cat person. They seem pretty sure with that nope thing.
Where's my journal?
You would also know, Kane, that tabaxi are rarely evil, which is not to say they can't be evil, but they're rarely evil in their motivations. They are, however, commonly like, they sort of do what they wills.
I
So,
wills do it. I wills do what I wills.
So like the classic tabaxi alignment would be chaotic good. That doesn't necessarily mean that this one is, but that is a classic tabaxi.
So can we just go?
Fallon says, guys, this is one of those kind of whimsical cat people. You know the ones. Be careful.
That person, guys.
Beneath Ben. I'm not sure how we're supposed to refer to you still.
It's Bennett.
Are they talking out
Whatever you
loud?
prefer. Yeah,
Yeah,
talking
we're
out loud.
all talking out loud.
We're not talking out loud.
Is this a time-sensitive offer?
If you leave this place, it might be hard to make the offer again. He gestures down towards Specs. This one set something in motion that allowed me to bridge the gap.
I guess that's just too bad. I'll do it again. Let's go, guys. Come on.
How long have you been waiting here?
Here, not very long. Out there, and sort of bobs, you get the idea that he's indicating the space outside, wherever you are now. Far too long.
Did you just like make yourself look different just for like a few minutes?
Perhaps I prefer honesty.
Where are you trying to get to, man?
Somewhere that isn't the blackness outside.
So wait, cat creature, are you... Why are you summoning a beast of destruction magic? What's going on here?
Yeah, why the fuck would you summon that?
It's not me to summon this. This was just, I think you call it a replication of what the ritual I did. I've heard that in Nongroon, I don't come from this place.
Well, naturally, I don't live here either.
Oh, great, another one.
I'll say that seems to be a lot of what we have in Anangarin today. I'm kind of getting sick of the tourists.
Let me clarify. I come from another place called what was it called? Gavilat?
Gavila?
I got, yep, that.
Gabble.
Yeah.
Should
Yes.
we just kill him?
I've heard of it.
I mean, we're familiar with Gavila. In a way, we all kind of come from there, right?
But in my Gavila, in Nongroon, this is a rumored place.
What do you mean, your Gavila?
What I mean is, I think. Let me tell you the stories of a Nongroon where I come from. It's few and far between. Nobody likes to talk about it. But Nongroon is said to be a magical place where I come from. It's hard to get to. It's sealed off by some sort of magic. And doing the ritual, I guess you could say I broke through that magic and come here.
So, in other words, it's not like a special Gavila. It's just plain old Gavila.
If you want to say that, yes.
But are you aware of the discrepancies in time? You come from a different plane?
Sorry, KC, I'm kind of...
You don't know what they're talking, or you don't know what Colleen is talking about.
Are you the one that brought the temporals here?
The what?
All right. Well, I guess that at least answers that one.
It sounds like he's just a cat from out of town.
I don't trust him. We should kill him.
I
Brought
guess
that giant snake hell thing.
the next most important question is: are you with the Ashal?
The Ashal. I do not know of them.
Specs, give me a Arcana roll.
Aye, aye.
Wait a second. Actually, I do. My prediction for the next 5 minutes.
By the way, as you're all watching on, the creature sort of shimmers, and his entire appearance becomes sort of like he becomes a shadow almost, like clearly visible, but where before there was some sort of terrifying detail to him, now it's just sort of black, a little bit easier on the eyes.
So,
Specs, you're not sure, but it's at least possible that that what you're concerned about might not reach to this place based on its particular properties.
Okay. I would not recommend killing me.
that's what they all say.
I mean, to be fair, I never recommend killing anyone, but, Kane has a will of his own. That's putting it lightly, I would say. And you seem to have at least caught us in a very bad day, I would say. I don't know if anyone here is incredibly comfortable with the current situation.
Yeah, I just had a really rough time myself.
Family reunions are always a tough thing.
I don't know if I really want to go through and, talk or give up stuff that we just had to fight really hard for.
So can we just
I killed
say
my
that we
mom.
all agreed? Fuck this thing, right? No, I'm voting for no, and also secondary to kill the cat. Those are my 2 votes.
Well, I'm definitely with you, Kane, on the first one. I look to Beneath and say, I appreciate an offer like that. But if it's time sensitive, I just don't have the kind of time to.
Fair enough.
In the blackness, do they have a thing called a rain check?
Wait, when did you kill your mom?
Unfortunately, the nature of this space is somewhat temporary. It's a between place, if you will. So,
Upside down place?
it would seem that anything I want, I will have to take. Alright, and with that, I'm going to make some attack rolls.
Do we get to roll initiative first?
I think he's prize rounding our.
Pass.
Yeah. Our ass.
Asses.
Collective ass.
So, you know what? This thing is kind of just going to happen, but I will go ahead and I do not want to enable Fog of War. Why are you asking me that?
Fog of War!
Alright,
It is a foggy area.
So, here is everybody's tokens. Let me bring up the turn counter. So, yeah, you can all go ahead and roll initiative because that may or may not come into play. And
if we don't all die on the first turn.
When it does or doesn't, then it'll all be there.
Huzzah! Once again, I roll shit for initiative.
I actually rolled average, which is pretty good.
So, I mean, let me just I'm not going to worry too much about distances at the moment, but you're probably all something, I would say...
Wait, is that what it looks like?
That's the cat person. Oh, that thing up there. I didn't. Yeah, sorry, I had my character sheet open.
Mine should be a 23. I rolled twice for initiative. I didn't think I'd get better than a 23, but you never know.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you're all kind of like that. Let's see where this guy's going to clock in. Oh, not actually that good.
Haha.
So, quick one, do we long rest or no?
Yeah, you should be all recovered from last time.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Alright.
Sweet.
So it'll look like this if we get to it. But, in the meantime, Halal, this is coming at you. So what happens here is that yellow tendrils sort of erupt from the ground in a tight circle around Halal and start stabbing at you. So, 17?
No.
27.
Yes.
It's a big plus.
Alright.
Yes, it is.
It's
Holy
a big
mother
plus,
of
I'm just
God.
saying.
I'm not too excited about that.
17. What is
Oh,
that?
jeez.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be plus 10, so 19 piercing damage
Oh.
on that one. And then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. So, wait a minute. Yeah. All right. That is a fail. So what you watch as this creature's, whatever you call it, appendage, basically skewers Halal, then sort of a little claw erupts through it and drags him down beneath the ground. And actually at this point, I meant to do this. And as you get dragged through the ground, Halal, you take another 14 piercing damage and
Fuck.
14 bludgeoning damage.
Well, I'm not conscious anymore.
Alright. So you watch as Halal's dead form emerges basically about here, in the creature's grasp. As he just got sort of ripped through the ground. And now, everybody who isn't Halal, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
You're a charisma saving.
Nice, got him.
Damn it.
Fuck, where's my nat 20 before? How do I nat 20 on pointless things?
Knowledge is power, Kane.
Alright,
Not Kane.
You heard about the cat, not the...
let me see. Is that
Nothing.
everybody?
I
Or are we waiting on one?
think we're good.
More?
Looks like everyone.
I already... Marked already won.
Yeah, so you all fail.
Wait. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's rough. 20 higher than a 23.
23?
DC was 24, actually.
Damn.
So you are all stunned. You feel an odd sort of rippling sensation under your skin. But yeah, you're all stunned. And then you just hear, or you feel more than hear, laughter in your mind. And the ambition and the glee of the creature is almost palpable. And that's when there's a sudden blazing glare of red light. And when your eyes open once again,
Yeah? Oh.
Paleo, your consciousness recedes into the background as the red dragon Tarath takes control. So, let me see here.
This is great.
You're going to want, is this right? Yeah, feel free to find a better instance of this, but there's at least one link to what an ancient red dragon does.
Does this bring back
Well,
memories, Brady?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
My character turned into an ancient silver dragon.
You know what?
With him.
Go ahead and roll Ancient Red Dragon Initiative. So what's that gonna be?
Hot damn, Halo looks badass in that picture.
It's all the oil.
Oh wait, no, that's actually just 20. Roll another d20. If it's higher than a 17, you can take that instead.
That's the
I'm
ugliest
being
red dragon I've ever seen.
Just a
It's
bit.
pretty good.
Shit.
I
Not
need
that it
myself
actually
some of
matters,
that oil.
I guess, but let me see. Is this one better? This is a little better. There's a better link.
Don't be like me and accidentally drag a dragon into your character sheet.
He did that. It was interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to drag spells in.
Alright, so Haleo, I am going to also whisper you, or actually, you know what? No, I'm just going to tell you. Or no, I'm going to whisper it to you. These are a few bonus things. Your stats are the same as an Ancient Red Dragon with the following modifications. Alright, and this is all going down very quickly. So, Alistair, time slows down for you. As you watch, whereas the others are just sort of blinded, you can actually see this explosion of red light gradually growing, and the draconic form sort of rippling, almost ripping, out of Haleel's body. And while this is going on, you hear Basil's voice. And it says, just so you know, that offer's still there.
Yeah, we're really considering that right now. Just hang tight for 1 second. Let's see what this dragon plays out.
Okay, well, just in case you need the fine print, here it is. And what sort of... It's weird. It's almost like you can physically read it, except you know it's not physically there.
Yeah.
You basically get... So you know those, like, giant end-user license agreement kind of things? You basically get that on what it means to be the Winter Knight. Alright?
Yeah.
So if you have any specific questions about that, feel free to let me know. But you've got that going on right now.
The only specific question I have is sort of out of character.
Yeah, sure.
Because I just want to know how insane of a GM you are. Did you write up the agreement somewhere? Okay, thank God.
Dear God, no.
I wanted to know.
All right. So, we're going to do this combat now. So, Fallon, you're stunned. There is no save. Haleo, it's your turn.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do with his unfound power.
It's a lot to take it. I'm going to start with the simple bit. Frightful presence, and then make the 3 attacks.
Alright.
What it says I do. So
this guy has got to make a wisdom save. He has kind of a high modifier, but maybe he'll fail it. Oh shit.
yeah,
Wait, what is...
it's 24.
Okay. So actually, the creature which thought it was going to kill you easily sees this dragon erupt, and you see this crazy otherworldly thing actually cower in fear at your presence.
Do I have to make this save? I would like to make this save as well.
I mean, sure, go
I didn't
for it.
choose you.
DC's 24. I mean, just for shits and giggles.
Do you even have the proficiency?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of terrifying. He's not trying to scare you.
Shit.
Alright, so go ahead and roll those attacks.
Right.
That's a hit.
I guess they're in order.
Alright, good to know.
And 2 claws.
I'm setting my parameters somewhere. All you have to do to hit him is roll a 35, guys. Easy.
Must be the DC.
that.
Okay, and it's another... Oh, it also has 46 fire damage for the bite. And then I give you another bonus 5.
Yeah, I'll just put that 5 in here. That way it's easier.
Okay, cool. So 47 damage with your bite.
And then I've got 2 claws. Okay.
That's a hit, that's a hit.
And claws, 2d6 plus 10.
Okay, so that's 39, 49. All right. So yeah, you tear into it. Gouts of flame erupt from it as it cowers away from you, and it knows your fury. It is going to go ahead and use a legendary action to make a tentacle, or make one of those skewer attacks. So 33, I believe, hits. So you are starting at what? I mean, I guess we can keep track of it on the actual token. How much HP do you got? 546.
546, yeah. Just
on the official scale, that for everyone playing at home, that's 10 Alistars.
So you take 21 damage, which puts you to 525. Okay.
That's a little bit over 10 specs as well.
We go to Colleen. Colleen is still paralyzed. You know what? It's going to use its legendary... Or you know what? Actually, it made some attacks on you kind of out of turn. I'll just make that the only one for this round. Oh, wait. And it's actually frightened of you. What does that actually mean?
Disadvantage, I think.
Doesn't it have to move away?
No, that's the fear spell. Frightened condition is different.
I got you.
I think they have disadvantage as long as they're within line of sight of them. I think.
Yeah, you might be right,
frightened.
which means I would have
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls in line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear.
All right, let me double check to make sure that last one hits. 28, I think, still hits. Yeah. All right. Okay.
He has ruined Halil for all future games.
Don't worry, Halil. He can't get any closer to you.
Yeah, and Halil, you do also have legendary actions. You can, you know, if you want to just like insert them sort of wherever, I'm okay with that. We have all these turns of paralyzed people, so
Take that sentence out of context.
So we can use
legendary action detect him.
So
it's the real.
So yeah, just make sure and jump in if you want to do any of that. Colleen, you're stunned. Alistair, are you stunned?
I might as well jump in here and just smack him with my tail.
All right.
Alistair's got a moment to think.
Oops.
So it's another one of those. 2d8 plus 10.
That's a hit. So 22 damage as you whack him with your tail. All right. Alistair, are you stunned?
I think I am stunned this turn. I'm going to whisper you.
Specs, you are stunned. And that brings us to this guy. Okay, so he gets to repeat the save at the end of his turns. So he is going to... Got it. Alright. So the creature... So you all actually see this. The zombies that have been surrounding you blink, and all appear very, very close to Halil. So Halil, you're going to be taking a whole bunch of attacks here, and we'll see if any of them hit. Target AC
22.
22. All right, so here we go. So just if you can keep track of the hits, I'm keeping track of how many.
1.
So
Wait, were they around when he used his presence, his terrifying presence? Those
it doesn't
things?
apply for this. I'm trying to remember a
Okay.
number in my head. So just, all right.
2. 3.
3,
4.
4.
5. 6. 7. 8.
I thought it was only under 24. What was his DC? Who else DC for that?
10.
So 10 hits, 1 crit. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 hits for 11 sources of damage.
All right.
Or 10 hits with a critical.
Oh, they were attacking, sorry.
All right. So yeah, Halil, all of the zombies sort of blink and just start basically wailing on you. And you take in total 102
That's not a real number.
slashing
Was the crit?
damage.
Was the crit included?
Yeah, 11d6.
Yeah, that was included.
Okay.
One.
Right.
Wow.
Who thought 1d6 plus 6 could be so terrifying?
And then as soon as that's over, they blink and go back to just sort of surrounding the arena.
It's pretty good.
All right. And then the creature will attempt its wisdom save. That I believe is a success. So no longer frightened. And it just sort of hunkers down in your direction. Alright. So with that, Gmork is
It's free.
stunned.
Damn it.
The creature is going to use a legendary action here to make another pierce attack. Or wait, I actually called it skewer. A skewer attack. 22 just barely hits, I believe. So that's
I guess it's
19
kinda hard
damage.
to beat a dragon.
Sorry, who's taking the damage again? Is it Halil or?
Yeah, it's Halil.
500 hit points doesn't seem so big anymore.
Alright. Kane is stunned. The creature is going to use another legendary action to do the same thing. 18 misses. Fallon is stunned. He'll do it one more time.
Damn it.
Still misses.
Haha!
Take a legendary action just before my turn,
Alright.
because I can, and hit him with my tail again.
Get whacked. Benny.
That's a
Tallywhacked.
hit.
Daily whacked.
So, let me see, that's actually 24 damage. Alright. And that brings us to the Red Dragon's turn.
So these zombies that don't exactly exist. What?
Yeah, they're... Like, how shall I put this? So, you know how, like, sometimes in video games you're, like, in an arena and there are, like, folks around who you can't actually interact with?
Yeah.
They're sort of like that, and Beneath can apparently summon them in to wail on you.
Great. Okay.
To the arena.
In that case, I'm gonna give them a good old 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
Just all the attacks at once.
Okay. Hit, miss, hit.
Wow, what a shit dragon.
That's the third 2 you guys have rolled at each other in like the last 5 attacks.
Okay, so that's actually what, 20. Okay, yeah.
And the fire damage.
Alright, so 45 damage from the bite.
And a claw.
Alright, so what, 45, 64, 69 total damage. Nice.
Heyo. Nice meme, Julio.
Hey. Wow.
Alright. So yeah, tear into him some more, but there's quite a bit of nasty there. Okay. Let me see here.
Ooh. Sorry, Astros game.
Alright. Colleen is stunned. Alistair, still stunned.
Nah, I just saw my dragon pal get stabbed like 20 times
Alright.
by some pretty bad ghosts. So I think at this point, I'm gonna check I have read this agreement, even though I'm like 4 lines in. I've not really gotten that far, but like all other people before me, I shall accept his offer.
Alright. And as you do, the magic of winter rushes into you. All of that rippling beneath your skin feels like it just snaps and disappears in an atmosphere of icy clarity. And you can almost feel Mab smile behind you and lay a hand on your shoulder, and the magic come in. So, Alistair, you get the following bonuses. And you know what? I'll just whisper them to you one by one. So you get that.
I don't think that came to me.
Oh, whoops, because I sent it to myself for some reason.
Ah,
You know what? Do you have Slack open?
I do.
That will be easier, because I can send it all at once rather than have to break up the lines.
The little Bobby Drake.
You get all that.
I was supposed to say let's go, but it came out less goo, and that doesn't seem as good. That's pretty good.
Also, anyone with control over Sheeplord can see the whisper.
As we learned. Alright. Does that mean I'm unstunned this turn too?
Correct. You can act normally.
Alright. Can I take a free action to take my backpack off and put it on Fowlin?
Yes.
And I tell him, don't put this one in your pants.
I don't know if I can
You summon with a massive effort of will. You are able to deliver a one-liner of 10 words or less.
It says in your son you can speak falteringly, so I'd say this is falteringly.
Okay. I need a bigger crown.
Sorry. Perfect.
He already has a big rod.
Yeah.
I am going to attempt hold monster.
All right. So that's a wisdom save from him.
I have to look it up.
Pretty sure
That
it's a
sounds
wisdom
good.
Same as hold person, yeah, I think it's a wisdom.
Yes.
save. You rolled a
33 works.
Alright.
Damn it.
Unfortunate.
So
Yeah.
Do you want to make a wild magic roll?
Yes, I do.
Alright.
A 1.
Roll on this table at the start of each of your turns for the next minute.
All right. then. I am also going to step up into, I guess, the range. Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
You didn't list this on what are the bonuses?
Okay.
Does my arm work?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That is a good point. As a matter
Okay.
of fact, you realize that when you're attempting to cast these spells, it just feels incredibly natural to use that arm.
Alright,
Actually.
slight retcon.
Okay.
When I said that to Halil, I also grabbed one of the daggers off of him.
To Fallon.
I put Fallon, sorry. I put the backpack on Fallon and grabbed one of his daggers, and then I'm running up.
Incidentally, I'm just going to specify Halil's backpack is here.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Snap.
I now have to read the rest of these spells, so it's not my turn.
All right. Specs is stunned. And that brings us to this guy who... Let me see here. Alright. Yeah, he doesn't have an angle where he's at. So he is going to risk an opportunity attack to move to this position. So, Halil.
Get him, Dragon Boy.
Right.
Not just Halil, I have a dagger now.
I guess I choose which weapon to attack him with, right?
I guess so. There seems to be an obvious candidate.
Yeah, bite.
Oh, he didn't move out of range of me. Stupid Benny.
Jump, jump.
Yep, hit. Okay. Alright, so 50 damage. Alright. But then I need both Alistair and Halil to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my Tides of Chaos here for some advantage.
Alright.
You tied those
Oh,
chaos.
It's a 21.
Unfortunately, still rip
Yep,
on
that's alright.
both of you. Alright, so you let me see. Yeah, I'll just roll same damage for
Is he?
each.
He's not casting a spell, I'm guessing, right?
It's like technically an ability,
'Kay.
like an innate
Yeah.
ability. Yep. So you both take 28 psychic damage,
Okay.
and you are slowed.
As is the spell.
Yeah, as in the spell slow. Although that being said, Alistair, give me one more wisdom save.
That is a 14.
Okay, that is not going to be enough. So yeah, you are subject to the slow spell. But you can repeat that save at the end of each of your turns.
Yep.
Alright. Gamork is stunned. The bad guy is gonna... Actually, let me see here. Oh, that's actually out of range. Wait, is it? No, what would I make the range on? Oh, yeah. Never mind, that's in range. I'm gonna make another attack on Halil. So... 26 hits. And that's another 19 piercing damage.
Right.
Kane is stunned. Fallon is stunned. Halil.
I wish I had Dispel Magic, friends. Not even if that works, but
Probably would.
Right, so I'm just gonna
I don't have that.
Or
Might
I'm
be
not
what
sure,
slow does.
actually.
I can't multi-attack, right?
I believe that is correct.
You can only take one attack, yes. I have the spell. I'll just link it for you real quick. Spells. Slow. If you try to cast a spell, you have to, like, decide whether it works or not.
Alistair, due to the state you're in, you'll have advantage on that attempt.
Okay.
So, I'll bite him.
All right. Do you have to move closer for that? No, you don't actually,
No.
because he's within 15 feet,
I've
and
got
you're huge.
enough reach on anything.
That's
so-
insane.
Just biting right over my head.
Pretty much.
I would need to move closer to claw him at some point, so I'll move a bit closer.
Yeah, you got legendary actions for that. You can do it as part of a wing attack. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but I can destroy you with a wing. Well, destroy that. Hold on. Wait. I was about there.
Yeah, you're good.
What's my move speed?
Oh, do you want to like try to get around him?
That's 40 feet. Yeah, I kind of want to go to the back of him.
You've moved about 15. You can move to like where your bottom left corner is sort of above him.
Like there.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, man, everything's about to get real wacky.
So, biting him.
Hit. Alright, so for 19 damage.
Wow.
Oh wait, no, 26 damage.
Damage is... I rolled crap damage.
Alright. Let me see. Colleen is stunned. Alistair. Oh, Halil, give a wisdom save to try to break free from the slow.
Damn it.
That is fail.
Illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of me for the next minute.
Wait, what?
I had to roll on the wild magic table, right? Every minute? For each of my turns the next minute.
Right, okay. That's
so illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of me. Can I do snowflakes just thematically here?
Sure.
Alright. So now, it's actually snowing around me too.
Nice.
Does everyone see these?
Yeah. Well, they're illusions, so you'd have to...
So, from Kane's
Can't the magical
perspective,
turds
What are you
lay
doing?
down?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
so right now, what you're saying is that Kane, having watched the world turn into a giant dragon, now sees it fucking snowing around Alistar as well.
Yes.
So, fighting it.
So, Casey, while I would have advantage, I'm gonna not elect to cast a spell this turn. Instead, Winter's Fury, which I
Okay.
think's a spell-like ability, right?
You know what? I'll allow it.
All right, that sounds good. And I have to remember I can choose all of the aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the size of the shape really matters here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the oh, okay, there we go. Sorry, the numbers were after. I'm gonna do the no save, but deal bonus bludgeoning damage.
It's con save. So and
Con
if
save
it
for next attack
fails,
of advantage, or no save. But did I write that wrong?
oh no, I updated it, and you must not have
Okay.
the update. Here,
Yes.
I'll give you that version.
Thank you. Okay. That makes sense. Then I'm doing that one. So I
Okay.
guess like earth power
So
stuff.
it's still a con save. It's like hailstones, is the way to think.
Yeah.
So let me see here. Its con mod is that. All right, and it fails. So
It definitely fails.
so wait, I told you to double all this damage. So it's what?
16d6.
I think 20 actually, because the base is 8d6 since you're at.
Oh,
level
you're
7.
right.
So yeah, 20d6. All right.
67 damage.
So sort of a gash in space opens up in front of you, and through it, just a massive amount of hailstones batter the creature where it's at in front of you.
And then I make another wisdom saving throw.
Yes. That's a fail.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for me to pass this one, I think.
Yeah, I did.
Oh wait, he has to make a concentration check. Slow is a
Uh,
concentration spell, or I'm slow.
it's the effect of a slow spell.
Okay.
So I just copied the effect.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So that being said, the creature is going to use a legendary action at the end of that turn to make another attack on Halale. 33
Yeah,
hits.
well, right back at you.
Alright, I see how it is. But before that, take 21 piercing damage.
Alright, I'm just alive. I can fire back.
Yeah, that's a hit.
But,
18.
that's 18.
Alright. Specs is paralyzed. It's gonna go after Halale one more. It's gonna try on the guy in front of him, actually. It's probing. 33, I think, is gonna hit.
That's you, Alistair.
So 23 damage to Alistair.
Yeah, that does hit.
Alright.
My turn again.
Although the worst of it, actually, your skin almost feels armored as it scrapes against you. So rather than skewering you like it did to Halale, it sort of glances off of you and still stings.
Yep. Because I'm bad at remembering. Thank you.
Alright.
Do I hit, Chief?
Oh, is this your turn now?
It's my legendary action.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. 20 does not hit.
Yeah, didn't think so.
And that brings us to the creature's turn, which does not get its fun stuff back. So Halale, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I don't get any bonuses to that one.
You get a +4.
Oh.
Okay. You take 32 psychic damage. And on your next turn, I get to choose who you attack.
Oh no!
Hey.
Alright. Gamork is stunned. Kane is stunned. Fowlin is stunned. Halale.
I want to make a save, man.
You get to bite Alistair.
Oh, yeah. Take this, Alistair.
I really wish I had reactions, to be honest.
Shield.
Fly.
No, wouldn't have mattered. 31's good.
Alright.
And
So go ahead and roll that damage.
You're good, champ. What are the two damage types here?
It is...
Good roll. Good roll. Oh, no, bad roll.
It is 13
Piercing fire.
piercing and 22 fire. Although that is once again all halved, I believe.
Not the fire.
Piercing.
Oh, I forgot I threw that in there for flavor.
Yeah.
I wasn't even anticipating that coming up. That's
No, that's fair, but it
Almost
makes
fine.
sense.
alright.
There goes that extra HP.
Colleen
wisdom
is
save.
stunned.
I'm back down to 1 Alistair.
Lassiter, save me.
Creature is gonna make another... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't have any legendaries left.
Yeah, that's right, creature.
Stunned.
Sit down.
Oh, Halale, you can do all your other stuff normally, by the way, so actually give me the wisdom save to to see if you
Yeah, I
got
did.
it the slow.
That was the 19.
Oh, that was the 19? Okay, that's okay. Specs is stunned, and that brings us to this guy. Oh, interesting. Alright. That being said, we're just gonna make a bunch more attacks on Galale. So what, that's 3 hits?
Yeah,
So
3
that's
hits.
gonna be a total of... Wait, did I do that right? No, I did that right. So 53 piercing damage.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Alright.
Legendary action.
Alright.
Tail smash.
Yeah, hit.
$21.
Alright. Gamork is stunned. Kane is stunned.
Legendary action.
Yep.
Wait, did I lose a turn somewhere?
Oh, you know what? I did
Galale
skip
bit
over
me.
you. Yeah, I did
No,
skip
you
over
go.
you. I'm sorry. That's a
That's
hit.
okay.
I'll give you your turn now.
Sure.
So it's another
28.
28.
I'm gonna make Casey regret what you just said last turn.
Oh.
If we don't consider Winter's Might or Winter's Fury a spell,
Okay.
then by slow, could I use my Quicken spell? I can't take bonus actions, right? So that doesn't work. I don't remember
Is that
my
a thing
own.
for slow? It sounds
You
right.
may, I think it's you can take either an action or a bonus action.
Yeah, one or the
Yeah.
other. You can't do both.
Never mind. So I was gonna make you really regret something. Okay. I'm gonna rethink just a bit. I am going to attempt to cast Banishment on the creature.
Fascinating. Okay, it's the charisma save.
At first, I have to make the slow
Oh yeah, do
check.
your wild magic roll, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's do that first. 40, which I hope is
Oh,
not
you
that.
regain 2d10 hit points.
Hey, I didn't turn into a sheep.
If that was temporary, then go ahead and add this as temporary. That's fine.
Yeah. 2d10. I have to roll that.
Alright.
16. So I got 2 back there and 14 back there. And then you said I have advantage on this?
Wait, what
To
is
whether
this?
I make the check to see if I cast the spell or not?
Oh, yeah, you do. So that succeeds.
Okay. And then yes, I need a charisma saving throw. That is a fail. Benny, you are not a charismatic bastard. I will
Alright.
post banishment.
That is fascinating. Alright.
The spell won't take effect till its next turn if it's still under the effect of slow.
No, I beat the
Oh,
beat
okay.
the check on the slow.
So, yeah, you look at it, and you've had about enough of this shit. And it goes away.
And is it native to a different plane, Casey?
It might be. Well, it depends on your
It's-
interpretation.
I think we're in a wait
it really
and see
depends on your
situation.
interpretation.
This might give us a second to regroup, though, if nothing
This-
else.
Well,
because
and
third
wait a minute.
paragraph is
A
spell.
different plane of existence to the one you're on. You might currently be on a different plane of existence.
Yeah.
Is something to consider. Okay.
I'm just the DM handle that. Just putting that out. You know that little that tidbit
And
there.
I will make a wild magic roll.
Cast fireball. Kills.
Something's
what do
about
we-
to happen, though.
Yeah, it's fine. Do we change it to D6 to start? when I'd used Tides of
Oh
Chaos? I
yeah,
cannot
that's right.
remember.
Yeah, D6. All right.
All right, we're good there.
So, as the creature disappears, a few things happen. Actually, let's
The music gets turned off.
The music
It's first.
stops.
The world goes mute.
First
Is
of
there
all,
a popping noise?
the slow that was affecting both you and Halil goes away. Everybody else here, you become unstunned. And Halil, you're only vaguely aware of what's going on right now. But the dragon Tarath is quite aware of what's going on. The red dragon turns towards you all, and a gout of flame escapes from its nostrils, and it rears back, ready to do its worst. We're gonna
Oh, I thought it was casting its fire breath at us.
we're gonna skip to here. It breathes in, and Alistair, once more, the scene sort of slows from you. I mean, from your perspective. You hear Basil's voice inside your mind, and it says, Alistair, I'm slowing this down one more time. There's something you need to know. It has to do with why you and your sister were targeted by the Winter Queens. You have the ability to rip holes in planes, Alistair.
I'm listening.
Okay. So, it's like those portals that you made before, but rather than that thing's magic, it's your own magic. The Queens wanted you and your sister because, well, that's a rather handy ability for someone going back and forth between the Feywild quite a bit. Following me so far?
Yep. What plane is safe to just cover in fire?
That is kind of the problem. Actually, if we take him back to Winter, we should be able to restrain him. And frankly, at this point, you're probably bound there anyway.
All right. Do you have any idea if the thing I banished is going to come back if I leave?
It'll come back here, but you can also connect to other planes. You might be able to help your friends back.
All right. I guess I'm going to give that a shot because I don't think I can stand up to a red dragon, winter queen, winter night or not.
Okay. So, in a few moments, I'll stop slowing things down for you. And you look, and even though things are being slowed down, you can still see the flame within the dragon's mouth growing ever so slightly.
Is there a little blonde woman behind him mouthing the word Dracarys?
I don't actually know that reference. I would humbly suggest that you first open the plane for the dragon.
Yeah, that sounds like the right thing to do. I can come back for these if I apparently have the ability to rip holes in the planes.
I'll guide you through that. Open the one for them next. That thing might be coming back. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure where we are, frankly. You'll have, another 45 seconds before your other spell goes. So I'd suggest that you all get through the portals before that happens.
All right. And then I start trying to open a plane to the Feywild for my red dragon friend.
All right. This is not something that you've ever done before, but as time rushes back, your left arm just knows how it needs to move. You bring it up in a sweep and down in a slash, and a great gash appears in the air in front of you. And you see the flames hurtling towards you from Halil to Rath's mouth. and then you see them disappear. The dragon tenses and lunges, and then disappears. And the gash that you opened hangs shimmering in the air.
I close it.
All right.
And then I turn to the rest of them. And I say, I think it's about time that we go home.
What the fuck, guys?
I'll...
Your arm! The dragon! Snow!
Colleen, you might want to make sure you grab Haleel's bag. I think the scepter is still in there.
Fallon says, well done, Alistair. Give yourself a hand.
Looks like somebody else already beat me to it.
You
can clap.
cat person.
Um,
You'll do what we say or we'll have our dragon eat you.
let's deal with this later. We don't have much time. And I try to open a portal, I guess back to Anangrun, what I think is the material, like prime material plane.
Yep. Somehow you just know what you need to do. You bring up your arm in front of you and move it in sort of a circular motion. And just sort of an arched doorway appears. And through it, the rest of you, from the other side, can see what appears to be the forest.
Wait, where's Haleel? I don't see Haleel on the
Let's
map.
get going first. Talk later. And this is coming from me, of all people. I go through... I guess I don't know if I can go through the portal.
Basil did insinuate that you should follow Haleel, actually.
I was going to, but I was going to take them back first,
Okay.
explain what happened, and then try to open the plane again.
Okay, oh, you're just questioning, like, if you go through, will that mess it up?
Yeah.
Basil indicates inside your head, it will deteriorate rapidly once you go through.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
immediately.
Everyone in. Cat person, if you want to see a Anangrun, this is not it, but I can take you there.
You got bamboozled, cat bitch.
Okay, do I take it that you all go through?
You grab Haleel's bag.
Alright.
I go through after the cat person.
Alright, yeah, so Fallon, you've got Alistair's stuff at the moment. Clean, you've got Haleel's. You're probably both encumbered with that, I'm not actually sure. But that's fine for this. You step through the portal.
Talking while you do.
And Alistair, you're following them all through?
Yes.
Alright. And you walk out and you stand in the forest.
I wait like the next 20 seconds, just looking back and forth, waiting for my banishment to end, and just really hoping that thing doesn't reappear here.
Okay, incidentally, you are in the forest, not in the goblin camp that you were in before.
Okay.
Let me see. They weren't growing close enough to you, unfortunately, Fallon.
Okay.
They were around the fence and stuff. You were in a pretty barren area.
Trying to grab some mushrooms on your way out, or flowers.
More or less.
It's pretty good.
There were some flowers around.
All right, yeah. So you wait a few seconds.
And everyone, I guess, would notice Alistair glancing around, really not sure what's about to happen.
And you hear a bird chirping.
I guess one last question. Do 8 more wild magic things happen during this time period?
That's a really good point. Actually, these have been happening. I'll just ignore the ones that happened there, but give me 4 more. All right. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kane. You are poisoned
The fuck, man?
for the next 4 hours.
He's got the
that's
feel
insane.
really
You know, what the fuck, dude? I thought I've been through this.
Well, I don't think you'd have any clue why, though, right?
Yeah,
Would I know?
you would not know that. It's wild magic, man.
Alistair,
It just happens.
I am going to reflavor the second one in a way that you
Okay.
can probably imagine, but let me see here.
Everything I touch is being frozen.
So yeah, you step out, you put your hand up on a tree branch, and you all, just to sort of brace yourself, and you all watch as the tree limb all the way down to the trunk freezes over.
You're as cold as ice.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna just do it this way. You're frightened of Colleen.
Yeah. For like 6 seconds, though. That's okay.
Oh, and you can take an additional action, so sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty good there. I was really hoping for that 82 during the...
So, Colleen, you do watch as first, like, Alistair is tensely waiting. You see him freeze a tree, and then he, like, jumps back away from you, startled.
And, like, I prepare, I guess what's now an ice bolt. No longer a firebolt. Like, you see, like, just for a second, like, about to, and I don't let it go. Just... Alright, sorry, that's a little strange. I think we have... I'm, like, counting in my head. 10, 9, 8...
Kane moves to the
think-
corner.
I think we're good. I don't even know if I know why Kane's poisoned. I'm gonna assume that the extra... Yeah, I'm not feeling so well myself after all that extra planar nonsense, Kane.
It's time to put you on ice.
You know, the worst one in that movie is, you know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age, because that's not a pun. But whatever. Okay. I think we're safe. I don't think it's coming back here. I just sent Halil to the Feywild to deal with the Winter Queen. And I think that I have to go back and make sure he's okay. I also have no idea where we are.
Well, that's good. I have no idea what you just said.
Poison clogged your ears.
Anyone of you guys, like Fallon, do you recognize this part of the woods, or?
Totally.
What's the Winter Queen?
You can do survival with disadvantage. You're in a random
What?
bit of woods.
Oh, that's rude. Why's it gotta be this? Damn it. That ain't right.
So you recognize one thing. The vegetation does change a little bit as you go through the forest. And looking around at some of the trees, you know that they tend to grow in the warmer part of the forest to the south. So your best guess is that you're somewhere in the southern forest still, rather than having like warped up to the north part. But beyond that, it's hard to say.
Okay. I will say. I think we're in the forest. To the south.
Case.
I don't know how close to the tower, but yeah.
I would say that. I guess I can give you a choice. I didn't read the contract, but you guys can either stay here and make your way south to the tower, and when I can, I will meet you either there, or I think I'll have a way to find you. You have the message stone still clean. I'll keep mine. Or I can bring you to the Feywild. I don't know how well you'll be greeted, but that's up to you. I feel kind of bad about what I did to Halil. So that's where I'm heading.
Do they allow pets?
I've never been to the Feywild. I don't know very little about it besides what I've heard in stories, which you probably have too. I think Gamor can come. There's a chance he could get eaten, but I think there's a chance that any of us could get eaten.
You hear a voice in the back of your head saying, "I'm not saying they can't come. I wouldn't suggest it, though."
Yeah. Um.
You can imagine Kane in the Feywild.
Yeah. Here's the only thing. I do not want you guys to bring the crown and the scepter there. While I think I technically work for the Winter Queen now, there's no reason she should get her hands on those artifacts.
I think we should head to the tower.
I will tell you one last thing before I go. Something my sister said to me. She's been looking for a way to destroy the items we found, and sort of lines up with what just happened to us. And for some reason, my character there it is.
Oh, by the way, I thought about it some more. I maybe over-nerfed this a little bit, so I want to change one part of one line.
Okay.
So I changed the first line of it to this.
Okay. So my sister told me there are 3 ways to get rid of Alkadir's, temporarily destroy Alkadir's items. And by temporarily, I mean a century and a day. It's pretty specific, but pretty good amount of time for some of us. I kind of look at Colleen real quick, look away. They are the Great Dragon's Flame, the Quintessence of Wind, and the spells of the Queen of the Fae. But there's the way to destroy it entirely, I think is what she was hinting at, which is to seek the magic of things that should not be, which I think is our friend Benny that we just met. So he might have been telling the truth. However, deals with the devil and whatnot. But if you guys feel the need to get rid of those before, you can either reach out to me or my sister to get to the Queens of the Fae, but I don't know what quite makes a great dragon. And now my brain is blanking. What's our dragon friend's name?
Tovrith?
Tovrith. Tovrith might be able to do it, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to make sure you had that information before I went.
Can you just pop on over to the tower when you're done, or are you gonna come back here and have to walk?
I don't know. I didn't even know that I could pop over anywhere until just now. But this is not where we left this plane from, so I'm not sure how plane traveling necessarily works yet. Don't worry about meeting me at the tower if you have to move on. I have the message stone. I can get back to this plane and then message you. Oh, actually, when I say that, I reach into Fallon's bag, or my bag that Fallon is carrying, and grab the message stone.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Almost forgot that. That would have been bad. Alright. Fallon, you can get them to the tower?
Yep.
Can't be hard to head south from here. Alright, well then. I do have navigator's tools in my bag, just saying. Alright. And with that, I'm gonna open a plane back to the Feywild and go try to find my red dragon / monk friend.
As you start to do that, one more time. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Well, whenever the portal's about to close, tell me.
Okay. One more time, Basil's voice sort of pops in. I just thought of something. If you want to do your friends one last favor, this is a bit of a luxury, but we might be able to help them out getting where they're going.
Okay, what have you got in mind?
This, and knowledge of one more way to cross the plains comes through your head. This one is actually, it's sort of a loop. Technically, it goes through the Feywild, but then it doubles back on itself and comes straight back to the material plane, and you realize that it'll help them get where they're going.
Okay. Actually, on second thought, let's try one more thing. Is this just another portal, or is this like a...
So essentially what it
Shrieking.
is you're going to open one portal. You're all going to walk through the same one, but you're going to disappear midstream, basically.
All right, I think I can actually get you guys to the Tower of Venice. If you don't get there, though, don't blame me. This is a take-at-your-own-risk type thing. But I've seemed to be doing some pretty cool shit today, so maybe just trust me on this one. And I open the last portal.
All right. You open this one. You bring your arm up in a sweep and then cross it down almost as if you were tracing the outline of a mountain. The air sort of seems to get cut almost and bend back to form the portal. And you all see through it a ravine almost, and a castle of ice. But then beyond it, a stretch of gray, barren earth, which at least some of you would recognize as the land around the Tower of Venice.
I pushed the cat tube first.
Sorry.
You told me to tell you, Fallon, now's your moment. 'Cause it
Oh,
looks like stuff is about to happen.
As it's closing and there's like no point of like being able to stop it, I say, Alistair, wait! And then after it closes, I look at everybody and go, he's going to be wondering about that.
But I thought we all entered the same portal
You
together.
did.
It just rides a different stream.
That'll happen as he backs out, let's say.
I like start fading out of vision midway through the portal as
Yeah.
I start taking a different one. It's how portals work or something.
Yeah, it's weird. All right. So, Alistair, you step out onto a vast plain of ice, and you see in front of you a stunningly beautiful woman. Her skin pale, her hair long and dark, dressed in a shining blue gown. She looks back at you and smiles. In front of her is a massive red dragon. Its arms and legs are held to the ground, encased in ice. Its head is hanging, and you can see purple motes float off of the woman's hands. You recognize this as her having just finished casting some sort of spell. She looks back at you and says, just a minute, Alistair, I'm almost done. She fires off one last lance of some sort of greenish energy. It hits the dragon, which recoils, slumps, and then begins to twist, and you lose track of it for just a moment. But then you see the unconscious form of Halal where the dragon used to be. And she looks back at you and says, I think your friend will take a bit of time to sort out, but it's nothing we can't do together.
I think he's really gonna regret never wearing a shirt.
Well, that at least is perhaps a luxury we can afford him.
Well, I suppose I should go back through that contract and actually read the details now.
Yes, perhaps. In the meantime, she gestures towards the castle. I live there. Why don't you pick up your friend? You should find it a good bit easier now, and we'll make our way there to discuss things.
I'm gonna pick up probably like a bag of potatoes.
Okay. And Halal,
Sounds hard with one arm.
I have 2 arms now.
Actually, wait, I need to look something up.
I think I still have 2 arms.
As Alistair carries you across the frozen plain, your eyes lull open and the beginnings of consciousness just begin to trickle back into your brain. And you look up and you see this woman who's leading him along. At one moment, she turns back to say something. You're not quite sure what. And she's different. It's not the face that you're used to, but yet your mind gets taken back to a monastery in the southern mountains, to a woman who once gave you an interesting sort of flute. A woman named Sabina Moonglow. And that woman was middle-aged. She had worry lines that crossed her face. She had flaws. But you think that she looked an awful lot like this woman. And we go back to the rest of you. Whoops, wrong tab. You step out of the portal, and in the distance, you can see the Tower of Innis. You're at the edge of the forest, or no, you're actually behind you distantly. You can see the edge of the forest. You've got no more than half a day's walk to the tower. Not quite sure what happened, but all that you know is that for now, 2 of your friends are elsewhere.
And you have a cat with you.
And you have a cat.
So how far away are we from the tower?
Probably about, you can just barely see it in the distance. Probably about 4 hours walking.
And Innis is there, right? Or am I mistaken?
Innis, last you knew, was at the mountain at the center of Screet Forest.
Oh, I thought...
Anya was at the tower, though. Oh no, Anya came up to take care of Innis? I don't remember it either.
Yeah, she stayed there.
Yeah,
Why did I think they went here? Why did we come to the tower again?
To question the cat person?
Damn it. Cat person, are you able to answer questions outside of a tower? Cat person still not here.
Looks like it.
I take your silence as a no. Let's take him to the tower.
Wait, oh, Elco, you're muted on
Discord.
He said BRB and hadn't.
Oh,
Said
what
it.
did he say about your BRB? That must have been a while ago.
Well, it was right before I said, do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah, which is pretty much when we did the scene where
Yeah, where I find...
I've turned back from a dragon into a...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So...
I tried looking up a map of an Angaroon so I can remember the name of the town that we first went to. Me and Halil, or the field that Halil found me in. But I couldn't find the map. The map is gone from Slack.
Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna give him a couple minutes then to get back, and we can play out the rest of this.
Yarr.
But since I've tipped my hand at this point, I may as well use this opportunity to officially announce that Jato and Stalker will be leaving us for various reasons.
What?
It's been good.
What the hell?
I really want to start a Sunday game, and I do not have time to play 3 times a week. This is that's my sacrifice to the gods of becoming a GM and trying to follow in Casey's footsteps here.
I don't even get Stalker Cam for to demand an explanation from
He's
him.
got stalker cam on.
I don't see him.
Oh.
I can see
I'll
everything
reconnect.
else.
I need him to look me in the eyes. There he is. Okay, hold on. What? Okay, let me start
Oh,
over.
it just occurred to me I also took and never gave back Fallon's dagger.
Yeah, nice.
I almost took Thunk during the fight, so I guess you should be glad I took the dagger.
Damn it. Well, this is awkward.
Yeah. I'm off to Japan for 2 months, so I can't really.
Nice.
Sorry, I decided to do it all dramatic-like, which I know makes this a little bit more awkward, but I wanted to do something
What's
fun
in
with it.
what's in Japan for 2 months?
Well, for the first
Japanese
month,
girls.
Is it that weird penis
taking a
festival?
course
Or?
about teaching English to.
That's the most French thing you've ever said.
And then
My
the
wife
second
did
month,
that
I'm
for a year and a
just-
half. She taught English in Japan.
For the second month, I'm just looking around, experiencing the place while I'm there.
But yeah, there's apparently it's pretty likely that the post English as a second language plans are going to make things hard for Halil to continue. I mean, for Stalker to continue. So,
Man, Elco better be tanky.
decided to stick him in the Feywild.
I'd love
What
to
class
stick
did he
around,
go?
but safest.
I could tell. I don't know how nervous Casey was that Alistair was not going to take that deal, though.
I had a backup plan actually.
Okay.
I was not. I mean, I don't know. I didn't expect that. Like this to be like a long-term departure. I thought this was just like, oh, party splitting up for half a second, then we're gonna merge back.
Yeah.
I kind of expected it only because I knew Stalker was leaving for 2 months. So I was like, oh, this is how Casey's doing it. And I was like, is Jada leaving too? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was really bad luck that this happened at the exact same time. Or good luck, I guess, for the story.
I
but-
mean, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It saved me having to plan 2 party-breaking events, and with Elco joining, it keeps us at a nice size. 4 is a nice size.
Yes, and I will still
may in
be-
time at another, but we'll see.
Unless I get kicked out of the Slack channel, I'll still be around and in the Slack.
So
No,
I mean,
can't stay in Slack. You must leave.
so we're losing 2 people.
But we're gaining a fighter or Barbarian.
I'm gonna guess Bard.
Paladin.
Yeah, I'll go with Bard.
Good
as
guess.
That's
well.
what we need. That's what we need.
Based on the charisma save and the
another
conversation about musical
spellcaster?
instruments.
I need
Oh,
him to.
great.
You're losing a spellcaster.
And our tank.
All of his bard songs consist of the Meow Mix jingle,
Meow, 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 meow,
Morg's
meow.
going to be the only front line.
which isn't right.
Where's
Gamorre's not
better
particularly
die.
tanky because it'd be kind of broken if he was.
Maybe if Casey gave me some damn humanoids once in a while.
Well, The
I
good news
gave
is
you them like 3 times.
you
I
also
even let
just
you turn monstrosities into zombies once.
Maybe he needs like a companion, constant. You know.
I am still going to be watching the replays of Sculptors of Fate because I am quite interested in seeing how Fallon and Kane go without Alistair there to be like, nah, maybe we shouldn't do that yet.
Oh wait, we're free.
Yeah, the party conscious is gone.
Are you saying one side of one of my shoulders is gonna be lighter than the other? I'm gonna have a good angel
Fallon,
weight's
we're
not gonna be
free.
there.
Someone's going to be like, use the crown. And then the other side you're going to turn and there'll be no one there.
Well, right, someone's gonna use the crown, and then
The other one's
I'm
going to be
gonna
like,
look,
no,
and it's just gonna be
use the
on my head.
scepter.
You should
You know,
use the
for
crown.
a fact,
What do
you
you-
know what I'm gonna do. I probably shouldn't even spoil it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm spoiling it. Whenever I do use the crown, I'm gonna bring a Burger King. I'm gonna wear it on stream.
Yes.
We're
That's,
finally free. We can do what we want.
Do you still have 2 wishes?
No one
up
will
the ring?
stop us.
Yeah, he does still have 2 wishes.
They'll just kind of roll with it. And
Until Elko gets back, I can tell you that I'm sure Casey will transfer this for you at some point. You're also now in possession of my Wand of Secrets.
ooh.
Do I have anything else that's good in there? I guess my Onyx ring would have been on my finger.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a quick note to myself to
I don't have access to your
handle
inventory to know what you
stuff
have in there.
transfer.
I took the sending stone out. Basically, just my wand of secrets. I think that's the only and my good berry pouch that still has 19 good berries in it.
I don't understand. I love that you took the thing, but you're never coming back. Like you took the sending stone, but it won't be used.
Well,
It's his end if he ever decides to come back.
yeah, I have the option.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm planning on doing a Sunday
And
game.
you
If my Sunday
realize
game
you've
were to
made a
fall
terrible
apart.
mistake. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
So-
And
I
second,
have yet to kill anybody off, so leaves the door open.
I also wanted to have my character is departing because I have to leave, but my character I wanted to go out in the way that my character would go out.
So did you one shot Hillel just so that Stalker could get to play as a dragon
Pretty
on his
much.
last session?
Pretty much.
Sweet.
And Casey planned. I don't know if he told Halil what was going to happen. I had no idea what the session was going to be about.
I mean, I get it. It's nice to go out with a bang and you both get to use like superpowers, but I'm over here like, damn it, I just get to shoot like a dog arrow. Everyone else is over here
I
throwing
know. I felt
throwing these
super
like,
underpowered.
like, wait a minute,
You
wait a
still
minute.
need to wait
Can I turn into
50
Jaguar?
levels.
Or what can I do? Like I want to do something cool.
We just sat there stunned, like, well, this is cool.
Alright, cool. Looks like Elco is back, so we only have a little bit more to go, just a little bit of narrative capping off. There's a point that this is gonna go to. So
Can we retcon that he teleported us to the mountain?
no.
Damn it. Okay.
I know I allow retconning a lot, but I'm not retconning that.
Well, you mainly allow retconning conversation. It's cool. It's cool.
Alright.
We made a mistake. It's cool.
So here you are. You're about, as I said, about a 4-hour walk from the tower. I believe Fallon was in the process of saying something to our cat friend.
Yes, assuming he's.
Mhm.
I said. Well, Kane said that we had to. We were taking you to the tower to answer questions, and then I said, "Do you have to be at a tower to answer questions?"
No, ask me what you want. I'll answer to the best of my abilities.
So I look at Kane, and I look at Kane and Colleen, and I say, "Let's just go to the tower anyway."
How did you mess up so bad that you summoned that thing?
Yeah, what the hell?
Fucking suck, dude.
You're not making a lot of friends.
Oh,
here.
wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Out of character, I really fucked up how that thing came to be. That's my
did
fault.
you?
Yeah.
Kane is just like spiders, so like
I was going to ask
He's
Casey
blaming
for
you.
help, but I wanted to try it on my own and see how I did, and I know I did very poorly.
Wait, what are you saying?
His
I don't
explanation
understand.
for how the spider thing showed up,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
or how you caused it.
I mean, from what I gathered, it just kind of piggybacked on his thing.
I mean,
We don't know what his thing was, though, right?
So
he did
like,
a ritual.
quickly,
and
the
boom.
reminder is you went up the side of that volcano, right? And you did your
Mhm.
ritual
ritual.
thingy with the
The salts,
yeah.
that brick.
What?
Fallon
salt?
heard salts. Hello.
I mean, he hasn't actually said any of this in character. But yeah, you did that, and that's what happened. You were hoping for one result, which is to get to an Angrun, and you got that.
Hold on. Did you say something about salts and a brick?
I let him say it in character.
Yes.
So, I mean,
I was
just also
trying.
out of character. Go ahead.
I was trying to get to a non-groon, so I went up a certain volcano in the area, and I found I put most of the money I had into this brick of these salts made from this purple flower. I threw it in there. I chanted some words of magic, and that being talked to me.
Oh,
I look at Kane and I look at Colleen, and as I both get their eye contact, I start shaking my head like, "Don't say a damn word." And kind of like
I'm gonna walk up to the cat person, who I'm not sure if he's actually introduced himself in character yet, but just kind of look at him, try to get a feel for his jib. Like, he seemed like a good guy. Seemed like a liar.
I don't think you
Seemed
can
like
just
a-
feel his jib like that. I think you have to ask
I think
first.
you can give me an insight check.
As soon as I said it, I regretted the way I worded that. But I'm sticking to my guns.
You're trying to ascertain the cut of his jib. Go ahead and give me an insight
Yes,
check.
that's the phrase. That's God damn it.
Feel his jib.
Feel it.
I would like
What
to
was-
ask.
Roll.
Insight. Okay, I'll actually give you something for this. He seems... You remember this fellow who you saw walking through, like, the university district in Tindos? Like, he, like, bumped into a cart because he was, like, looking up in the air and not paying attention to where he was going. Clearly, like, thinking about something. This is the kind of person, you can tell, who's motivated more than anything by curiosity, by wanting to understand things. And sometimes he might make a mistake because of that.
So he's like a weird mix of foul and clean. Like a clean used gnome salts, basically.
Yeah, you know.
If that's what you took from that, then sure.
I mean,
So-
motivated by curiosity,
Alright, so
like kind
Fallon?
of be like, oh,
You were saying something?
I feel the heft of my gnome salts pouch,
Mm-hmm.
and then I say, did he tell us his name is Specs already, or did he give us a name?
No, you haven't
Oh,
actually asked for names.
I will basically just put my finger in the rim of my glasses, push them up, like, oh, I'm sorry. The name is Specs, you can call me. It's just a nickname my friend Lily gave me.
So I feel the heft of my gnome salts pouch, and I say, all right, Specs. My name's Fallon, and I was just wondering, did you use the whole brick?
I take it I used the whole brick, Casey? That I had?
You've got something in your inventory.
Yeah, it's like, I said 5 pounds of the stuff.
No. There's not 5 pounds,
How
unfortunately.
many kilos do you?
Violet just like has a mini heart attack, like, oh god, 5 pounds.
No,
Sorry,
there was a
sorry.
decimal point and a 0 in front of that number. You've got just a little bit.
Ah, okay. Oh, 5 doses at 0.001 pounds each.
0.01. So it's-
0.01, sorry.
Yeah, 100
At
doses is
hundredth
a
of a-
pound. Little dab will do ya. And you've got... So you basically just kept a small pouch of the stuff, like, for reference if you ever needed to try to get more.
Ah, okay. Now that I think about how I was trying to explain to you all about Nangaroon, I really messed it up. Must have been from the effects of the spell or whatever. But where I come from, Nangaroon is said to be magically sealed off from the rest of the world. And with that spell, I was trying to force myself into Nangaroon.
Had to ask first, man.
Oh, bravo!
Well,
Got a
congratulations.
whole brick in a
You're not-
volcano. You must have been tripping balls.
Well, yeah, if that was an ingredient, I can definitely tell why that happened.
Well, good job. Specs, you managed to get into Nangaroon while it's being invaded by a horde of goblins and demons. Enjoy your time here.
Yeah, apparently we have an immigration problem.
We need to fix that magical wall.
We're all comic relief and curiosity now. What do we do?
Build the prismatic wall. The prismatic wall.
All right.
How's my pack feel, by the way, Casey?
Back to normal weight.
Sweet.
Yeah,
No.
you
And
can
again, if Alistair didn't say anything, I totally would have forgotten about it again.
So, what was your whole plan in coming here?
Hold up, sorry. Okay, this is what I was trying to explain. This is what Casey helped me with my backstory thingy. Just that. this basically. That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to put that into more condensed, whatever.
Yep, that's fine. You did a fine job. Although Fallon, I think, just asked you like what your point was in coming here.
I wanted to discover this place. I've heard about it, and my curiosity intrigued me.
You hear that, gang? A curious traveler.
You know what they say? Curiosity killed the cat.
Don't.
And you know, 2 of our friends are gone.
And I like killing things. And also, it's one that mainly stopped from killing things. And he's gone now.
I assume we're still walking the whole time we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a walk and talk. We're like just casual threats inside the tower.
So
You do see- Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say. Go ahead. I'm done.
I was just gonna say you do see Specs. By the way, in the distance, you're walking towards a giant, sort of onyx-looking tower. That's all I was gonna say. Go ahead, Val.
Damn it, where was I? So now that your curiosity's been quenched, you know, what's the plan?
I thought there would be a way I could maybe find a way out. But looks like I've been pushed into something way more important.
So what you're
Not
saying
necessarily.
is the only plan-
There's boats. We were close. We're not too far from a harbor if you just want to sail home.
That's the thing, I can't sail home.
Oh,
So your plan only went
scary water.
I glare at you for that statement.
Oh, you didn't glare at me for the curiosity killed the cat thing? I hope you like cat puns, by the way, because
I'll give you one thing. Never piss off a bard.
So Fallon says, was that in character or out of character?
That was out. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Fallon says, did we give you our names?
I don't think so.
Fallon did. Nobody else did.
Oh yeah, you did, Fallon, but nobody else did.
So I introduced Gamork first. I say, this is Gamork, you two better get along, or this isn't going to last very well. And I say, the blue one is Shane. And this is Colleen.
I nod.
Oh, so I'm last, am I?
Best for last.
Oh, okay then, that's fine.
All right. So, I want to make. I want to make sure I'm not cutting off good conversation, but
I think we're just shitposting at this point.
Yes, sorry.
yep. No, that's fine.
No, I mean, we're trying to walk to the tower. I don't know
Right.
what else we're supposed to get out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted
you
to
can just
allow
cut
time.
in.
I wanted to allow time for introductions, but now that introductions have been made and you talked a little
and
bit
more
about what's
cat
going on,
puns.
I'm gonna go ahead and narrate. So you continue like this, you know, over as you're walking over the distance to the tower. Do you guys like ask each other at all about like basic personal history or anything like that as you walk?
Kane has everything he needs. He's just
Sure.
watching this guy like a hawk.
Okay.
I want the history.
Yeah, I ask.
All the knowledge is...
And is anybody being like particularly guarded? I imagine you're not sharing deep personal secrets at this point, but is anybody being guarded about like basic info?
I am.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I mean, you get what you see kind of guy. I'm not saying I
Thanks,
just
my name
killed
is
my
Shane.
snake mom. I'm not saying.
All right. Yeah.
I'm not giving him the full.
so,
Monty.
So yeah, we got to talk about that, Fallon.
so basically, you know, Specs, you learn that Kane is special. You learn
Shane.
Yeah, Shane. You learn that Fallon.
I could already tell that.
It's because he's blue.
You learn that Fallon
That's racist.
is a ranger who spent a lot of time in the forest that you guys were just in, which is called Skrit Forest. And actually, let me jump over to the map real quick. So Fallon originally is from sort of this area, but while he was growing up, he spent a lot of time in this area. And you learn that Colleen is actually an elven noble from the town of Tindos, which is right here. Her family is sort of one of 4 very prominent families there.
I'll get them a little bit about me, if you wanted to say what we talked about, mate.
Yeah, so I'll hop over here. So you would learn that Specs is...
And I will pull out my map that I have of the town, the area.
Oh, okay. So this will be interesting.
Fallon also has one of those in his backpack. I made a copy of a map of Gavila at some point in time.
Okay, well, I mean, actually, this is going to be maybe fun for the people who are about to leave to watch me reveal my hand on this. In order to do this, I need to very quickly bring a map into Roll20 that I have not brought into Roll20 previously, but that will only take a moment.
While you're doing that, I say, Specs, do you have like a real name that's not like a nickname?
Yes. Actually, I just thought of this name. I know I may be stealing it from League, but I love the name Tobias.
It's perfect.
Toby the Tabby? I was just making sure you weren't one of these evil spies from... Forget, I have all their names.
So, you have like, no friends or family back home that you would just pop through a portal like that?
I do have plenty of friends, but like a scholar, giving up some stuff is worth the price of knowledge.
All right, and so here is where I will jump in and let you know a little bit of what you learned from Specs. So this map right here is the land of Gavila as you all last knew it. So this is knowledge from about 700 years ago. The world is mostly ruled by a group known as the Javit, which is an empire led mostly by Dragonborn. You've got some of these less developed areas over here, the backwoods, which is, think like typical, sort of European woods, if you will, in the real world. There's jungle down here. These mountains have some of the great dwarven cities in them. This is what the world looks like. But Specs corrects your understanding with knowledge that is not 700 years old. So here's what the world actually looks like.
Did it change?
Yeah, there's a big wall at the bottom
You
right.
can see the censorship corrections there.
Oh, hey. Okay, that was being blocked with people's faces. Okay.
Yeah, so here's some things that have changed. A number of the dwarven cities are gone. A lot of the backwoods has been cleared.
Actually,
the Javit Empire is much reduced. There are a few new countries in the north. And a couple cities actually disappeared down here. A wall was built. I'll post this in Slack so that you can peruse it if you would like. But at any rate, Specs would explain that his people live in the jungle mainly. The other primary inhabitants of the jungle being in the north, gnomes mainly, and in the south, a fairly large collection of Yuan tea.
Hey, we just met those guys.
Yeah. So he made his way out of the jungle and went to Citadel, which is further away than 29 feet. I put this map up recently. And from there, learned some information about Anandgrun, sailed north to Pagalsa, and then finally went to somewhere around here. and he found a small volcanic island where he enacted the ritual. So that's sort of his background. Feel free to discuss after the game any sort of backstory stuff that you feel like you would have shared.
We're gonna get along great.
So, I mean, I don't know. Knowledge doesn't seem worth diving into a portal to a place you've never been to get stuck in. I mean, no knowledge I have ever gotten was that worth it.
So are the Ashol bad guys to you?
Okay, I can't remember if we talked about a show or not.
We did. Jump over to Casey's office real quick, and I'll remind you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yep, no problem.
Sorry, I made a mess the first session.
Oh, no, you're doing fine. Remember when I told you about that small group? I mean, it's like a small group of mages that like basically rule the world.
Oh, like the Illuminati.
Yeah,
kinda.
That's the Ashol.
Oh, I forgot that was them. That's my fault.
Yep, no problem. Ready to jump back?
Yeah.
All right.
No one's going to be doing now since everyone's like ranged.
All right.
Okay. So I need a little Kickstarter memory.
So you had just asked him about the Ashol.
Yeah. I've don't really have any enemies that I know about them, but I've know probably very little. Not that much. Probably more than any other person where I come from would know.
Everybody
do you know
else
about
who's
the
there, give me an
pimples?
insight check.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you didn't hear me say that earlier.
Okay. Oh.
Gmork.
Interesting.
Good job, boy. Good boy.
Fallon, you see Gmork sort of almost cock his head towards Specs. And Kane, you know somebody who's being evasive when you hear it. Looking at him, you think that the Ashol makes Specs nervous to the point where he's actually nervous about being forthright with what he knows.
So I'm just gonna take out the rapier and say, "Hey, man, tell us what you know about the Ashol. No more of this caginess."
Colleen, seeing Kane behave this way, you kind of start to pick up on a little bit of what he might have picked up on as well. Specs is definitely being a little cagey.
Gmork says your story smells a little funny.
I'm gonna raise the rapier now, kind of point at him, and anytime now.
Fine. I'll tell you what I know, and I'll spew what I know, Casey. Just at them.
Okay. Yeah. He basically tells you that it's a rather small group of people, but they have demonstrated the ability to essentially spellcast at any range. They can listen in on the people of Gavila, like no matter where they are. So people where he comes from are incredibly nervous about talking about anything sensitive under the fear that they might be listening. They can even, cast offensive spells sort of out of nowhere. So crossing them is incredibly dangerous. They're a small group and mostly like a meritocracy. And you can actually work your way into the Ashol if you impress them enough. But by and large, the people of Gavila just try not to cross them. They don't administer a very large territory. They sort of allow the powers to be, the powers be that be, so long as they don't conflict with the interests of the Ashal.
See,
So-
that wasn't so hard.
So
Have
yeah,
I witnessed their power before? Like what they can do?
You have. Let me think. Your experience was mostly in the jungle. I'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
They
Sort of stuff.
evaporated all the milk.
Honestly, I just saw them destroy an entire kingdom with a single spell. This is how strong these guys
Say
can
village.
be.
Say village.
Village. Sorry.
No problem. Want to keep the scope reasonable.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Well,
Kalina
he's a
did the same
bard.
thing.
yeah, that's true.
So
Tell it like Bandy would.
So you sort of talk like this as you cross the region up to the tower. And then as you draw close to the tower, you look and it's different than it was before. I mean, the tower itself pretty much looks the same. What is different is that there appears to be a platoon of soldiers arrayed around it. And skeptical eyebrows are raised as you make your way towards the base of the tower.
So, quick question: did I use my sending stone on the same day, or have I rested since then?
When did you send it? No, you sent it today.
Okay.
So
So
anyways,
that was today's response.
yeah, this is all happening basically the day after you guys were in the Yuan-Ti city. All right, so that is where we are going to end it for tonight. So, Alistair, say goodbye to the stream one more time. When you're not muted.
Goodbye forever, stream. Make good choices.
This time he means
It's
it.